Welcome to today's video. I'm glad that you joined this session today. If you're interested in studying medicine abroad, you should definitely look into studying medicine in Bosnia, and especially within Bosnia into Foča. It's the most affordable university in Europe at the moment, and it's also one of the most popular options in my agency. If you don't know me yet, my name is Mostar. I'm a dentist. I'm from Germany originally. I have my company here in Switzerland, and I've myself studied abroad in a completely, to me back then, foreign country, Bulgaria. So I know what you're thinking about, doing about, going to do about, and I have been going through the exact same pathway already, from Germany to Bulgaria and from Bulgaria to Switzerland. So if you're interested in studying medicine in Europe, this is your absolute best shot in my personal opinion. It's the most affordable option because it's an upcoming university. It exists since 30 years, but the English program is not that old. It's just a couple of years old, and for that reason this is a really great option because the price at this point is really low. It will increase over years for new beginners, but once you join the semester and join the university, your fees will be fixed until your graduation day. With 3,500 euros, this is the cheapest university you can study medicine or dentistry at. Yes, we have an English program in medicine and an English program in dentistry. I'm an official representative of the university and I go there regularly. I have a lot of students from Germany there, but also from other countries, and we support them with an office in the city. We do airport pickups and we consult you during your studies for everything you need, including the apartments. So let me start with the university itself. You can imagine it like this. It's a huge campus at the sea, at the lake, I'm sorry for my English. And that campus is like a giant football fields behind each other. I would say maybe 4 to 5 football fields behind each other. At one end of the campus there is the medical faculty, and at the opposing end there's the dental faculty. In between are all these buildings and hospitals that both of the faculties share together. For example, when you do histology, you will have dental and medical students, so that's why it's more in the middle. So as you see, this is not a campus that has developed over time. This has been pretty much planned well ahead, and that's what I really like about it. 3,500 euros a year is the tuition fee for the English-speaking program in both medicine and dentistry. However, you pay it by semester, so it's 1,750 euro converted to your native currency per semester. And you pay it per semester. There's no other way. It's not possible to pay it in monthly installments, and it's not possible to pay it annually. It's 100% in English, so that's maybe also important for you. There's no need to learn Serbian, the language spoken in Bosnian. However, it is helpful, and we're currently discussing with the dean whether the students should get some Serbian language classes, and probably it will happen within the next year or so. And the reason for that is it will be more easy to connect with patients on a personal level. Of course, you have always a teacher who will translate, but it can be nice to speak the local language just to get ahead a little bit faster, making more friends faster and having a better time in Bosnia. So we have, roughly speaking, 3,000 international students, also an important metric, and they come from over 30 different countries. So the biggest community is from India. The second biggest, I would say, is from Italy, then Germany, and then I would say the next biggest one is surrounding countries that are also from Eastern Europe. But we also have people from the United States, from Switzerland, from Japan, from South Korea. So there's many different countries, from Morocco, many Arabic language countries are studying there as well. But the vast majority of students is Indian, Germans, Italians, and the rest are smaller numbers. I have had students from many different countries studying here or wanting to study here. So you will most probably find someone from your home country. I'm also exclusively mandated from students from Chinese. So there's literally all continents involved in studying here. The duration of studies is always 6 years, as well as in medicine, but also in dentistry. So 6 years of studies. The recognition process in your home country goes relatively well when you study here. So we have students from Italy that transfer very well to their home country after several years, and it's also possible from Germany. I don't have other experiences with your own country, so I only have experience with the Italians and Germans, and that works very well, but most probably it will also work well for your country, because the curriculum standard of this university is very high. You have all the important preclinical and clinical subjects, and for that reason most universities recognize a transfer back to your home country as well. So let's talk a little bit about the city. And I think it's always nice to package the whole thing into a story. So I will just explain you how I got to know Foča and the city. So when I went to visit the dean of the medical faculty and also the vice dean, I got invited to the university. And I myself have placed students before in Mostar, so I was experienced with Bosnia. When you go to Bosnia, you will arrive at the Sarajevo airport, which is the capital, Sarajevo, and the airport is a little bit outside of the capital, surrounded by huge mountains. You will land in the city. So I'm from Switzerland, right? So when I travel from Zurich to Sarajevo, I start with the airport plane and I see mountains. And when I land, I just thought, okay, I just landed in Switzerland again, because it's also surrounded by mountains. But it's different because you will immediately recognize there's only nature there. In Switzerland, you have much more cities and industrial complexes and so on. So you will directly see, wow, this is like a super exotic country because there's so much nature. And when you land on the airport, you get treated quite warm-heartedly. I have myself studied 6 years in Bulgaria. And I would say that the Bulgarians are a little bit more reserved, because the influence of Russia is probably stronger there, where people are rather reserved. They don't smile that much. And I don't mean that in an offensive way or something. That's just how I got to know the Bulgarians, and I really love Bulgarians. I have many friends there, but they're just very reserved and very, serious looking. And they don't see the need of making super smiley expressions that don't really mean it. It means if a Bulgarian smiles at you, he really means it. In Bosnia, it was a little bit more warm. People directly smiled at me. I was at this beautiful airport. I got to drink a coffee there. There's a really nice coffee place. You got Wi-Fi there as well, so you don't need to be scared to not have internet at all. Just log in for free at the cafe, and in the airport you have for free Wi-Fi everywhere in the airport. So you arrive in this beautiful airport. I have to say it's my popular or most popular airport from these Balkan countries, let's say, even though it's relatively small. Then there's different taxis. You can just take a regular taxi. It's 50 euro to Foča, and the reason for that, it's a 2-hour drive, and you really drive through crazy mountain landscape. Yeah, it's just incredible and feels just like Switzerland, where you have these tunnels and these serpentines that cross mountains, and you do that for literal 2 hours. Other than in some other countries, the taxi drivers I've used so far, they're really calm. They don't say anything. They just drive you. You don't have to do awkward conversations. So all I've been talking to my taxi driver was, okay, I want to go there. They asked me why I want to go there. I said university. They directly understood the assignment and they just left off. And they would tell you in advance that it's 50 euros, so 100 BAM, and there is a big sign with at the taxi stand where it's printed what the costs are. And for Foča it says 100 BAM, which is the Bosnian mark there. That it's called Bosnian mark. It's the half of it in euro, so it's roughly, let's say, $60 and 50 euro, exactly 50 euro to drive there. I have a taxi driver who will drive you for half of that price, so our students, they get picked up even for free. But if you want to use it regularly, you will use the taxi driver company that we use to get it cheaper. But that's how it works. You generally drive there. You can also use a bus if you want to, but for your first arrival, it's not a good idea, because the bus might be late or you will arrive late, and it's just not the best way to arrive in a new country. You will have a lot of luggage and so on. So when you arrive with our company, you will have a German student, and we have a German student that has a car that works in our company. So that student she will pick you up from the airport, she will drive you home, and once you arrive in Foča, you will have an apartment that is for preliminary use. It will be cleaned, it will have bed sheets, everything ready, and from there on, staying preliminary in your room with our students that have also rooms, or maybe an individual room if you prefer that, individual apartment. From there you will go with our company, with our office, see some apartments, and once you decide that you like one, you can directly book it. And the best thing is to get to go together with other students beforehand. We have an app on your phone where you can have a community, and you will see which student will study at what university, so you guys can connect beforehand. And it's always a good idea to maybe make a Zoom meeting or just talk a little bit, so maybe you find roommates even before arriving. And if you don't, then just on arriving you will go to drinks and dinner with the other students, and you will soon meet your future roommate. And if you want to live completely alone in your own apartment, that's also fine. However, our students all so far live in shared apartments, because it just feels a little bit better in a foreign country to have roommates. Also for your parents, it's better because they can simply, they can call you, and if they don't reach you, they can call your roommate. And now we have also the possibility that your parents receive a number from our office, and they will be daily there. So you can reach them anytime, and you will always reach our representatives, and they can be in the apartment of your kid in a couple of minutes. So 20,000 inhabitants in the city, so it's a relatively small city. It's mostly known for rafting. There are around 40 rafting camps in the area. This is the sport that you do in the water with these big rafts, and it's known worldwide. So there are people from even the United States who come here to do rafting. There's a giant national park, and that one is absolutely crazy. You have to Google it. I was not able to show you that in the winter because it's not that spectacular, but it's one of the last rainforests in Europe. It's completely unique, and you should definitely experience that. It's absolutely fascinating nature, and that's why I love Bosnia, because of the crazy, vast, rural nature surrounding that city. So 2 hours drive to the capital and to the airport, around 50 euro for your first arrival or for your arrivals. However, if you're going with our company, it will be for free. So the first time, some of our employees will pick you up, as I mentioned, but if you do it regularly, it's 50 euro. Religion, that's an important and interesting touch point. So you will have, generally, Bosnia is an Islamic region where the Islam is the major religion. However, Foča is in the Republic of Srpska, which is also Christian influenced. Yeah, it's let's say the little bit more Serbian part of Bosnia. So in Foča you will have several mosques and one big beautiful church, Christian Orthodox church. So you have both religions in one place living peacefully together. So most of our students are from Islamic countries, because if you're from an Islamic country and you want to study abroad, then there are not so many options where you actually live in a country that supports it with several mosques, with community and so on. And Bosnia is one of those countries. However, I would say 45% to 40% of our students are Christians, and those students also have a really good time there, and they don't have to feel uncomfortable or something, because roughly the majority of the people that are from the city are Christians. It's like 50-50, with a slight uptick to the Serbian population, to the Christian part, and most of the students there, I would say, Islamic. However, through a lot of students from Southeast Asia, India, there are also people with completely different religion, or with no religion generally as well, of course. But for example, there are people with Hinduism as well, and also some that have the Buddhism religion. So you have a lot of different religions in one place, but you can feel comfortable with all of that. And wearing a headscarf, a hijab, is not a problem at all. Many of my students also have a hijab, and they are not only welcome, but it's also completely normal there. So I think I mentioned the most important points. You can study English and medicine, and if you're interested, you can contact me. I will check your high school diploma. I will see if you're eligible, if we can place you, and if you say, okay, let's do that together, I will make you an offer. We have very good rates for students, so usually our students are very, very happy with the price, but also with the support locally at place. And yeah, if you're interested, I'll leave my contacts down below the video. We will just have a brief conversation, talk to your parents about the whole procedure, and once you give me the go, we will make it all happen. Of course, there are many things to take care of, from the visa to the residence permit. There's a lot of bureaucratic work. We need to go to the Ministry of Education and get your diploma recognized. So there's a lot of things, but we take care of all of those processes, so you can just focus on moving into your new country and starting with medicine or dentistry. If you want to learn German, to go to Germany after your graduation, we have a service for that as well, and help you with that, because it's my home country, and a lot of the students that are from international countries, international students there, they have the dream to go to Germany. So I'm also your man when it comes to that. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.